Hello, how is it going out there? We are live streaming. Today's my goal is to play around with Canva, kind of show how to create thumbnails. I've been using it a lot more lately. I've even gone back to some of my previous videos, trying to make those thumbnails a little bit more engaging. So yeah, let's see if we can go and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and let me load up Canva desktop because I do have a web browser as well as a mobile app, and I do enjoy the mobile app. Let me 1 second. I got my automatic scene switcher. Let's see. All right, bear with me. Let me figure out why it's not switching. So I probably have the wrong executable for it to look for. Yep. There we go. And let's do a transition. There we go. But yeah. All right. So I'm not sure why my chair is going in and out. See. All right. Might just be some sensitivity levels there with my background remover. So yeah, so I have Canva desktop loaded. Here are just some designs that I've played around with in this case, and I was going to try to do a countdown timer before the stream started, but I'm going to move that to the trash. So what I've done is I've created characters using like ChatGPT. If you've seen those on my thumbnail, I try to create like a little animated Pixar character inspired by me, even though, yeah, I'm never gonna have that hairstyle. So yeah, so what you can do is you can come up here to Canva. This is going to work the same way in the web or desktop tool. You can come up here and get inspiration. That's the whole idea. Is you'll see these different items here or different styles, whether it's a video or a thumbnail. You can start off with just typing in something such as news, and you're going to get some templates. If you have projects and if you named it similarly, those will come up. But I'm just going to say generically news, and I'm going to see what items come up here. And you're going to get it in different formats as far as the layout. So and some will be animated as well. Some will look like articles. So you just try to figure out what aligns with what you're trying to create to kind of use as a base in that case. So I might come down. Let's see if any of these. Actually, this one isn't busy, but I do like the text. Oh, and this is actually a PowerPoint presentation in that case. This is probably a good one to try. So we're going to click on this one. And when you click on a template that you like, in this case, it is a slideshow. So you'll see all the different slides that come with it. You can see things that are very similar as well, and then you can explore more items as well. So I can maybe go to education in this case, and I'll be taken over here. All right. So it's all about what are you trying to create this, and this helps you to really get started. And again, you can click on these icons here, whether you're working on documentation, whiteboarding, a presentation, a website. Again, I'm just going to click on news or type in news, hit enter, and let's go see if it'll come back up. Now, let's just click on this one. We'll customize this template. You can also favorite it as well if you pick that star icon. You can share it, and if you don't, if there's issues with it, you can report it. Let's customize this. All right, you see it has these characters right here. One of the first things you can do if you just wanted to play around with what's existing, let's say you don't have content to add, on the left-hand side in this vertical navigation menu, these are tools that you can play around with. And let me make sure. 1 second, bear with me. I guess I should have made sure that the stream was actually running because I'm getting used to doing this via OBS in this case. Again, not sure where my chair is popping in and out. I got correct lighting. Here, let's go to contents. Let's go to live. All right, I think we are live. I'm just making sure you're not seeing my screen here, but I'm making sure on another window. So it looks to be good. All right, so sorry about that. Just wanted to make sure before I got too deep into the video. All right, so let's say you don't have like images or anything to bring in and you want to kind of play around with the style. I think all of this is just text and these are images. So what you can do over here, let's come over to the design portion here. Now you're going to get these general templates. This is going to change the overall style. So if I click on one of these, I can like apply it to all the pages. All right, so that's going to take the content and change it. I kind of like the lettering a little bit. We'll press Control Z to come back. If I want to play around with this existing style, I'm going to come to the style section over here. And this is where you can either play around with the color, the font, or you can play around with those separately in that case. So, for example, if I just want to play around with the color, I'll go to Color Palettes. And that's all that's happening is the font style is changing the same. Nothing's moving around. And I'm just changing colors. These different colors, they have, I think there might be like 3 or 4 in each of these little blocks. So if you click it repeatedly, it's going to try to change that color around in that case. I find this to be a good thing to try and start off with when you find a design that you like, is maybe just start playing around with the colors to see if anything pops out at you in that case, right? Okay. And I'm just going to press Control Z a few times to go back to the original. There we go. All right. And then you can also, they have these little buttons up here that you can like isolate on different types of colors that are supposed to be evoke certain emotions in this case. And again, it's the same thing. Right. If we go to the font sets, this is where we can change the actual font styling in this case. And notice that'll be changing. And you just find the ones that you like best and just kind of just play around with that. Yeah. So now if you, and I'll reset by doing Control Z a few times. Now, if you want to change both of those, you'll click the combinations. This will be a combination of the color and the fonts in that case. So it'll be changing both of those. So you can kind of see if there's something that really stands out. You know, kind of like randomize it in that case, but staying with this different color and the type of font in that case. So that's one way to get started. Find a design that you like, play around with the actual text, the coloring and the font styles, and let's press Control Z to go back a little bit here. All right, so now what I'm going to do is, let's say I have something to bring in. I'm going to go ahead and delete these characters. I already have items that I have added to Canva. So I can actually go to my uploads, and anything that I've uploaded I can bring into here. I've been doing Olama stuff recently with large language models locally. So what I could do is I can just bring in one of those that I have right here. Here's this guy. Now let's say you don't want to have it busy like this. I can try to remove the background. Let me see what it's going to look like for this. And in order to do that, you'll click on, when you have the photo highlighted, and you'll see this little purple rectangle around your selections. Click Edit Photo, and then click on Background Remover. By the way, I am using the paid version of Canva. I'm not sure if that's available in the free version. So notice it has taken that out, the background out of my image. I just did Control Z to show what it looked like before. Do that background removal again, and there we go. Then you can, increase the size of your image in that case. So I might want to have that keyboard at the very bottom right there. But now the words are in front of my character, right? So what I can do is, while I have this character selected, I can right click, go to layers, and select bring to front. So now he's going to be in front of the layers. In addition, I can crop this by just holding the left mouse key and dragging the edges. Not a big deal, but even when I crop out the background, I like to just not have that extra space. I'm a little extra like that in that case. And if you drag it around, and let's see if the anchors and lines. So right now I'm dragging it, and if you're able to see that purple dotted line, that's saying that it is centered at least horizontally. And then I have this line here that says this image, at least the size that I have, is centered, but I need to bring it over a little bit because I don't have it even in that case. All right. Give me 1 second. Canva. All right, there we go. All right, so we have our character. I'm just going to bring it down a little bit further. That's me. All right, so very simple in this case. So that's one style. And let me go ahead and change this, right? I might say a llama for beginners. Right? And I might just go ahead and bring this guy down or up. Now, sometimes with the font, it's okay to have the character in front if you can tell what those words are in that case. What I'm going to do is with this Olama behind here, I'm going to add an effect. This is going to add, I'm going to add an outline to make that stand out a little bit more. And you can increase that thickness if you want. It all depends on what you like. And then you can change that outline color as well. So you might do black. I don't like the white color. You might be bold, right? And just try whatever works for you in that case. And I actually might make my llama a little smaller because he's blocking way too much of the text. Maybe even smaller. Right? There we go. So we have a llama for beginners in that case. When you have a design that you like, and actually let's add some more elements to this. I'm actually going to click on elements in this vertical tab over here. I'm going to add, let's see what we can find because I just want to add some patterns to this. All right, let's see all these. There we go. I might add this little guy here. I might rotate it. Let's put it in the corner. I kind of like one patterns I see inside the corner. Now notice I can't really tell what's happening there, so I can change that color. Maybe I'll change it to a yellow. I'm also, yeah, there we go. Yeah, we'll just change it to a yellow. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna hold down the Alt key while I have this selected, and that's gonna bring a dish. That's gonna basically just copy it. I'm gonna move it to the other side. In that case. So nothing crazy so far, just two little patterns in that case. I can also make my character stand out by clicking on Edit Photo and then going to, and you have these filters as well if you choose to use them. And let's see if any of these look good. And notice my character is going to start looking slightly different. Oh, I kind of like that one a little bit. You can change your intensity as well. And it's all about what you like in that case. And they have these. You might want to do a black and white character. Yeah, but I kind of like these different stylings, these filters. I'm then going to come in. I'm going to click on shadow. This is probably the most effect that I use. The effect I use the most is shadows. So I'm going to click on that. And you can do a drop shadow if you want. And then you can increase that size if you need, and you can change that background color as well. I tend to use the outline. That's just my preference. So then you can go and change that. You might change it to white, or you can change it to another color if you wish. Yeah, but it's all what kind of makes sense to you in that case. I might just do a blue right there. So there's my llama character. Might make him just a tiny bit bigger. There you go. With your words, you also have the ability to increase the spacing as well. So I'm going to come up here and add the letter spacing for llama, make that stand out a little bit more. And I'm going to change the size of for beginners a little bit, maybe to 130. And then also increase that line spacing just a little bit in that case. In addition, if I go to effects, while I have this text, I can add a background as well. I tend to like that from time to time too. And you can increase that roundness of that, whether or not you want to have it squared off or rounded off. You have control of that, and you can increase the size of it as well. So I might change that to yellow, and let's see what happens when we change the text to black. It's blue, it's black. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of that. I would probably want to add an outline to that as well, or I would need to make my character just a little smaller. In fact, let's make the character smaller. Let's grab both of these. Let's bring these down, put that more towards the center. And so now we can increase the size of our character more right there. Yeah. So it's all up to you. What I tend to do is after I've made some type of a design that I like, I'll then copy it if I want to change something. So I'll down here, I'll click those three little dots in the purple, and then I'll click duplicate in that case. So now I have another one that I can play around with. And this is where I tend to then go back to the design, and then I just try different designs to see what those look like. I might do the different combinations. I might try different colors in that case to see if anything stands out that I really do like. I'm just playing around with a few of these. Right, so maybe that one right there. I like that blue and white color right there. And if I don't like the font, then I can come back and just play around with different font sets. So I can come over here. And see which ones stand out to me. Oh, that one took a little while. And then let's say if I don't like it, then well, you can just go ahead and delete that one and then just start again. Create another duplicate. So that's how I kind of play around because maybe I did like originally where it was still in the center. Bring my character, bring him back down, and boom. Now I have my character. All right, let's now create another one. And I'm going to go to designs and I'm going to go to templates. And now I'm going to bring in an entirely new template in this case. Let's stick with news. Or actually, let's go with gaming. And this is going to give some stuff that you can play around with. And depending on the branding, you might get a lot of different resources here in that case. Sometimes I just like to stick to a singular page just for me. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, and if you do click on another one, it's going to prompt you, do you want to replace your page? But this, now I'm using the same styling, so I can just kind of click around. Well, that's weird. It wasn't consistent. Yeah, so you can kind of play around with these designs. So let me go back. Yeah, gaming again. And then let's take this one right here. All right, let's go ahead and delete that. What this is a frame. This is going to allow you to basically add a mask around your image. So if I came down back to my character, and I'm going to go to this. I'm going to copy my llama. I'm going to copy, or llama. And then I'm going to paste it onto this new page. And then I'm going to drag it over this frame. And now notice this is now cropped out. I personally don't like that frame, so I'm going to delete. And I'm going to go to elements. And I'm going to type in frame. Or, wait, I don't think I type in frame. You have to... Let me do circle. There we go. That's what I was looking right for over here. These different frames. I guess it was a selection that I missed. So yeah, so these are frames or image masks in that case. And I can even take this guy here. Let's see what this looks like. There we go. Do something crazy like that. And that's the design, because all of those are frames that are just connected with that graphic as well. So you can do that. And then of course I can delete that. Oh, I need to select the entire thing. I think I'm selecting an individual item here. There we go. There we go. Perfect. All right. Yeah. So I can come back over here and you have different frames. You have rectangles. You have circles. I'm just going to select a generic circle that has an outline. I'm going to grab my character, drag him in, and now, excuse me. Now we have our character, and since it's masked, I kind of like how this kind of protrudes out a little bit. I kind of like that style. And what you can also do, notice I don't like that here, how the bottom of that with the cropping and the keyboard and the desk. I want to clean that up a little bit. Oh, I guess my zoom cut that out a little bit, so that is good to know. So let me go back to my character. Let's come up over here, and let's go ahead and just bring that up. right there. Let's add that frame again. Drag the character into the frame, and that looks better, right? So now I've fixed that individual item there, or the extra part in the image, and now I have my character in this frame, and it kind of protrudes out since it's using the same color in that case. And this is just text that you can go in and modify. Guide for beginners. And you can play around with that text, how you see fit in that case. Then we're going to come back to our designs. And we're going to come back to styles. I need to uncheck gaming because that's not a style, quote unquote. And I like the text, so I just want to play around with the color. And let's just click on a few of these. Not bad. That's actually not bad either. Very basic. So yeah, you just click on the styles that you want. So this just makes it really easy in this case to really focus on your content. And the design choices are very simple as well. Again, I can still go into the edit and I might say, hey, I'm not a big fan of the outline in that case. And now I might want to do more of a drop shadow. And I'll just make that black. And then let's come back and try some different colors again. Yeah, gotta say, I do like that styling. The font style that they're using. So, which is why I'm only changing the colors in that case. And then you can change these elements or remove them. You can rotate them around if you would like. But using Canva has made it pretty easy for me to focus more on what I want to stream or create and have some really good thumbnails. So when you have thumbnails, when you have your design, because all three of these are in my actual design. And let me just change this. Let me change this first one here. Just go back into templates. What's this? And if you already have a template, it's going to ask you, do you want to replace your current one or do you want to add a new page? Let's add a new page. So I keep that one here. This is more definitely TV and film. So I want to find something a little bit more relaxing. Just scrolling, just generally just see if anything kind of speak out to me. Let's see. Let's say how to. Might be a little bit better. Okay, we have this little how to right here. Let's click on this. And again, because it has multiple, I can click on the one that I like. I'm going to go ahead and click on this one here. It's a nice little intro. Add as a new page. Same thing. It has the image there. I already have my Olama still in the on my clipboard. Let's copy that. Let's drag it in. And again, you still have that ability to change the effect. Might do a glow. Right, there we go. You can drag that up a little bit more. And then let's go back to our design. Let's go to the styles and let's play around with these. I'm going to play around with the combination where it's going to change the color and the font style. Little wacky colors there. If you can't tell, I do like blue. All right, so let's use something like that. So now we have, and I'll delete this one that I'm not going to use. So now we have multiple images. And what you can do now is in the share option up here in the upper corner, you can then either download all of your images or you can download an individual image. So sometimes what I'll do is if I've made all of my thumbnails for a specific topic, I'll download them all. But if I'm kind of making them as I'm going, then I'll select a particular page and I'll download that. And you do have the different formats that you can download it as. If you've created a video, which technically, let me see if I click play. This one doesn't play. There you go. Yeah, so technically when you're creating these different layouts or pages, this can be downloaded as a video because you can set the duration and it can automatically play in that case. So this is actually really good for creating PowerPoints where you can have that styling. There is a way to actually move things around as well. So, and there's other tools as well that are here. It does have integrations with certain AI tools. I haven't played around with them yet. But this is how I kind of use Canva. I start off with some designs that give me inspiration. I'll upload my own resources that I created in some type of way, and then I'll change some type of styling. And of course, you can start off with an entirely blank canvas as well if you decide. So you might do a custom, well, not a custom size. Just looking for a... Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so this starts off with a blank canvas. So you can still come in, you can start off with a design, or you can come in and you can start adding elements in here. I might add like this. Just make it the full screen. Change your color. All right. And then you can start adding elements in as you see fit. And then also change those type of colors. In that case, do black. Alt to copy. Rotate things around. Oh, that's nice. I did not notice. If I hold down Shift and I move my mouse up or down, that zooms. So that's actually pretty cool in that case. Go to any uploads that you have. I have more Alama content. And by the way, if you take an upload or an image, you can replace the entire background. So notice when it's like this, it's basically just saying it's going to replace that entire background right there. So yeah. So so those are the ways those are just some quick ways that you can get started making some designs in Canva. You can bring in assets that you've created. I haven't played around with bringing stuff in from Google Drive or these items that you're seeing over here. Oh, and actually let me go back to this. Yeah. So I'm going to try to make more of these videos because I really do like Canva. It makes it a lot easier for me to create my thumbnails again, so I can just focus more on my video content, create a nice thumbnail, and upload it. And I'm going to continue refining my thumbnails and kind of changing them into different stylings. In that case, I'm still trying to figure out my style. So with that said, I hope this video has been helpful. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.